Good afternoon, LC people. Bit of an update for you, apart from my shed being in a mess. It is nearly 1:15. So I've been out a little while this morning on this bike. I had these two shocks from my mate, didn't know if they were any good. So I've stripped him and the damper unit works on both of them. Okay, they were the spare ones if I had trouble. Now the one that was on the bike, I stripped it, and basically what had happened was the adjuster, there's a belt adjuster on these 31Ks, and it was all seized up, but it was set on the lowest possible setting on the spring for the damping, you know, the rebound. So I've jacked it up because we're all bigger guys, aren't we now, and it does damp, it has got damping in it, so I've reassembled it anyway. I've not gone to the clean bits because he doesn't want it clean, he still wants it to where it's dirt. And you know something? You'll say, Dave, you should have had a new fucking shock on there. 200-300 quid or whatever it was. You know, it didn't take very long when these were new before the suspension felt tired and the brakes felt tired. And you know something? I think that's very honest about the bike. We all try very hard to upgrade brakes and suspension on these old dinosaurs, don't we? And let's be right, they're 40 years old. But the guy wants that riding experience. You know something? I don't disagree with him. It's a bike of its time. I love the bikes, don't get me wrong. But they're a different riding experience to a new bike. I've got a new bike and you know, it's night and day riding it compared to riding an old stroker. It is. Hence the MT project. Buying the new bike inspired us. Motorcycle mechanics sort of reboot issue bits that they have going on. That inspired that build. But this bike's something different, you know. It had some play in the back linkage, and one of the bolts at the very bottom of the suspension was actually loose, and that's why it had the play. You moved the arm up and down and it moved here because this was loose. Like I said, the shocker had seized, so you couldn't turn the adjuster that I'm going to put back on in a minute, this thing. It was said it were 5, but when I stripped it, it was on position 2. So whoever had it to bits before, basically, when they put this, or whatever they did, they didn't put the belt in alignment with whatever the shock was set on for the right numbers. But anyway, that's other people. They've set it up on maximum position, which is 5. It'll move after that. These are always a bit stiff. They've got a rubber on them. And you adjust, obviously, with the spanner. Belt's not brilliant, but it's okay. It's usable. So that's it. The weight-wise that the guy is, it'll probably be about right for him. We were all teenagers when we had these. And we were only about bloody 10 or 11 stone wet through, weren't we? But now we're all sort of like a lot older. We're sort of 15, 16, 17 stone, whatever we are. I don't think the owner's a big chap. I don't think he's as heavy as me, but that's what I'll do. And if he's not happy going forward, he'll have to buy a new shock, won't he? So I'm going to get the back wheel in it, get the chain on it, master cylinder, do the brake caliper, all that junk. And then I'll see what time I've got left to get round to the engine stud, you know, the one on the barrel that snapped. If I run out of time, it'll have to be another day, but I want the suspension back in and done, and all that junk back on the bike, and that's it. But I hope you've liked the progress up to now. Smile, mate. Bless him. But thanks for watching, and yeah, keep the passion alive. Dilly dilly.